As he swung, he broke his wrist forward and took the ball as if it were as big as a melon and curled it, skittering and skating along the beams of silver light, twirling it foul, far, far off into the woods beyond third base, higher than any pine trees Phippsburg might set against it, high and far and gone forever. "Strike one," Deacon Hurd called. No one chuckled. Someone from behind the backstop threw a new ball out to Willis. He took off his glove and roughed the ball up, then put the glove back on and stared in at Turner, not chuckling, but his face dark as the sun spun down and the beam slanted up. The next ball he threw was higher than the first, with a wicked spin he put on with his fingertips just before he released it. Turner sidled his front leg a little to the right and watched the ball come, hearing again the crying gulls and the cresting waves. This time he held his wrist back and sent the ball curling foul past the first baseline, curling away and over the haloed maples and skipping over a gravelly road until it disappeared into a ditch about a county away. "Strike two," called Deacon Hurd, and no one chuckled. Another new ball from behind the backstop, and Willis roughing it up again. A third pitch, as higher than the first, without a single bottle of Moxie being passed around, without a single straw hat waving, and Turner waiting for the ball, and the fire burning in his gut. He broke his wrist against just as the ball came in and threw a roundhouse swing that skied the ball and then curved it foul into the third base trees. Whistles from the people of Phippsburg and shouts of wonder that the minister's skinny boy, should be able to hit a ball that far 3 times in a row. But it wasn't 3 times in a row. It was 12 times in a row. 12 balls hit as high as pride. 12 balls hit as far as hope. 12 balls curling away as though they were lighting off for the territories, and every one, whistles and shouts and even clapping for baseballs, as foul as baseballs could ever be. Until when another ball was thrown out from behind the backstop, Deacon Hurd called back, "How many more you got in there?" "That's the last one." "You lost 12 balls on us," said the not chuckling Deacon Hurd. "I won't lose this one," answered Turner. And he swung his bat and put his leg out and waited for the pitch from Willis, still and quiet. Willis roughed up the ball again. He stepped off the mound for a moment, turned and motioned his center fielder to go out some more, and waved his left and right fielders out against the lines. By now the whole field was in the dusky shadow, and the sunbeams were level and tree-high above them. When Willis began his wind-up, Turner couldn't see his face at all. But the ball was as big as the moon, floating up into the light, then back down into the shadows, spinning in a way that didn't matter, and ready to cozy up to his bat and then streak on out. And so the ball came down, spinning, and Turner gripped his bat, brought his front leg in, and then stepped back from the plate just as the ball dropped, smacked the granite, leaped up, and then rolled to his feet. "Strike 3, hollered Deacon Hurd. For a moment, no one else said anything. Then Turner heard his father call out, and Willis's friends, and probably most every other soul in Phippsburg, telling him that he should have swung, that he should have straightened his swing out and hit the ball, that he should have homered. Straw hats were thrown on the ground, and heads were shaken. The only one who said nothing was Willis, the only one. When Turner picked up the ball and threw it to him, Willis caught it and turned his face so that the shadow was not so dark, and he saw that Willis was smiling.